Hi everyone, and welcome back to another reading. In today's reading, we're looking at major changes to expect before the end of 2023. So for today's reading, I have prepared 3 different piles of pre-shuffled oracles, and the rest of the shuffling will be happening on camera. So let's just look into the piles. For pile number 1, we have the Venom. For pile number 2, we have the Pilgrim. And for pile number 3, we have the Starborn. So please choose your pile based on your intuition, and I will see you in your reading. Bye! Hi everybody, if you selected pile number 1 or the Venom, this is going to be your reading about major changes to expect before the end of 2023. So right away with the Venom card here, it seems to me that there is some sort of a transmutation of a shadow that is happening in your life now. So there is a cycle that is ending within you and a cycle that is beginning. You're shedding an identity that you really don't feel aligned with and moving towards authenticity in one way or another. The Venom. Yeah. So it's by looking at something that has been poisoning you, or really something that really kept you trapped, you have found that gem. You were able to transmute darkness into light. All right. Right away, we have a lot of very spiritual energy. Let's look at the rest of your oracle cards. We have Air Sunset with this lady running into the future, presumably, into the sunset, into the next chapter of her story, I just heard. We have Pluto. Wow, so massive, massive transformation that is happening. Pluto is very much like death, very much Scorpio energy, right? It's an energy of destruction for the birth of something true, for the birth of something real. So definitely there's something massive occurring in your life if this pile is for you. At least internally, you recognize that you have experienced some sort of a humongous identity shift. All right, let's look at your runes. We have Uruz, the mother, procreation, purification, and transformation. Your next rune is Awaz. Okay, so transition, very much like the Chariot in tarot. And then we have a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. Yay! Okay, this is definitely very good news, right? A win-win outcome is forecast. Oh, great. It seems to me maybe you are in some sort of a unclear situation right now, pile number 1. And perhaps you're waiting on some sort of a resolution to a situation. There's very much that feeling here. Overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. Number 43. All right, let's get into your tarot cards. What major changes can pile number 1 expect before the end of 2023? Tower. All right away, starting off strong with a very massive transformation and change that has been faded. Okay, let's move so that we get some clarity. Okay, we got Death and 9 of Pentacles. Changes to expect before the end of 2023. King of Swords. We have 4 of Swords and Knight of Pentacles. The Devil. Five of Wands. Temperance. All right, pile number one. Let me just quickly fix your cards and I'll be right back. All right, pile number one. This is a lot of very transformative spiritual energy. So let me just guide you through your reading because you definitely can expect some major positive transformations and changes before the end of 2023. So pile number one, as we said in the beginning, a win-win outcome is forecast. Right now, I am sensing that you have gone through a major spiritual transformation. I am feeling very confidently about this. So if this doesn't resonate, then maybe check out the other piles. We have the Venom here, Pluto here, the Tower, Death. The first row of cards here represents what you're going through now in the journey, and with the Tower being present, with Death being here, with Pluto, the most kind of violent but transformative planet being here, with Venom being here, all of it gives transmutation of the shadow. It seems to me, pile number one, that you have been stuck or stagnant or really fighting against one energy in your life. So in one area or another, it's likely that for the past years, you just couldn't figure out what is the blockage there. It's one thing after another. You're trying to figure out what would serve you, but the door was energetically closed. Finally, you are moving past this darkness energy and into the light. You are consciously going through an ending and the beginning in your life. And pile number one, I can tell you that your life in your physical reality is about to start reflecting the internal change that you have gone through. And we can see that with win-win outcome being forecast. We can see that with Uruz. Uruz is a natural force, right? Manifestation. It's the energy of creation, of something materializing. So it seems to me that you had to really go through a purification and transformation and grounding of your energy before we move into Awaz, which is a rune of horse progression, right? It's like the Chariot tarot card, basically. So pile number one, before the end of 2023, one massive transformation that is happening for you is within your physical realm. You're receiving a significant upgrade to your status financially or resource wise, as per se, because we have Nine of Pentacles here, which represents where you are now. You're on the precipice of receiving this. And then we have Knight of Pentacles. With Knight of Pentacles here, the second row of cards here represents the changes that are occurring now before the end of 2023. Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck, right? So it tells me that the area that you really have been tackling for the past years unsuccessfully, finally you are getting recognition, you're getting your coin, you're getting your finances for something that you have been putting your active effort in for a long time now, and the energy has been previously blocked. So congratulations, there's no longer a block in that energy. The door is officially closed to your past life, and you have officially moved into your new life that is full of abundance. Now, pile number one. Right now, let's look at the third row of your cards, because this row represents the internal transformation that is causing the external shifts. We have the Devil, Five of Wands here, and we have Temperance. With the Devil and Five of Wands being here, this really once again is another synchronicity, because it once again reinforces the idea to me that you have ended a cycle of being trapped in the illusion. There seems to me that maybe you just have been really confused about that particular area of your life. You know, like maybe recently there has been just a lot of confusion, because, you know, sometimes when we try to resolve an issue over and over and over again, and so many different perspectives don't work for us, we're like, okay, well, what is the true perspective? What is the truth about the situation? What is my clarity? And it seems to me that confusion is really represented here. There's a lot of voices that are telling you different things. This is true, that is true, this is true. And these illusions is what really kept you stuck. This lack, these illusions that are telling you this and that and this and that. And you are now going through a cycle. Oh, this is so uncanny. Pile number one, because the death card in tarot is followed by temperance, right? So it's card number 13, card number 14 here. So it tells me here that you are going through a massive lesson, spiritual lesson of balancing. So why does temperance follow the death card here, right? Because when we go through a spiritual transformation, when we let one part of us that was built on a false premise or foundation, when we let our mask fall off, when we let that person or that identity die and we let go of it, the transition into the new physical realm is not overnight, right? It's not that you kind of do the shadow work and the following day you come in and your physical reality looks absolutely upside down, right? The energies take a little bit of time to unfold in physical reality, and that is what the temperance card represents in our spiritual journey. Right now, you are learning to really figure out where you stand after you have let go of a part of you. You're basically balancing out these energies because you've done a massive clearing out of the darkness, and now you are working on balancing your mind, your body, your soul, and just overall the energies of your life. This is basically the spiritual lesson behind what you're going through right now. You're learning how to not listen to the fear, how to not be trapped by the voice of the devil, right? Because the devil in tarot is always represented as a card with two willing servants to the devil. Their chains are always open around their neck, right? That signifies the fact that when we believe that we are stuck because of something certain, usually related to fear, that is not true. In reality, we are not stuck. The fear is what's making us feel like we're stuck, but we can move on even with the fear here. So this is the massive spiritual transformation that is occurring within you now, and let's finally get into some more details about what is happening in your physical reality before the end of 2023. If you're waiting for something legal, this is for a few of you, the resolution is in your favor. So if you're waiting for some sort of a legal battle, visa situation, some paperwork to go through, that is happening, because this King of Swords is giving me an image of like an American president coming to the office, coming to take the office, and them swearing on the Bible to do their job. So there is definitely a feeling of swearing to do justice to who you truly are. And with King of Swords here, right away, what we get mostly is clarity. So let me show you how I think the situation is unfolding in your mind. Basically, you've gone through some personal transformation or going through it right now. You're letting go of a part of you that doesn't serve you. There's an ending in your life, a new beginning. That ending within you, emotionally, spiritually, is allowing the energy of abundance to finally flow your way. You're finally ready to receive, because that darkness has been cleared out of your field, and now there's room for you to receive what truly belongs to you. And King of Swords here really represents clarity. So pile number one, it's clear to me that you have been confused about one area of your life or another. It's the same area that you have been just kind of feeling like you're knocking at closed doors. Nothing that you're trying to do is working, and there's a blind spot there. There's a blockage of energy. It's like you're not really seeing the situation for what it is, and that's why you can't make adequate decisions. Well, congratulations. It seems to me that once you start receiving the abundance here, you are finally understanding what this journey has been all about. You are finally getting clarity on the situation. So pile number one, basically what's happening is you are catapulted into a new quantum reality of your success, of being in the Tao, of being the true you. You're stepping into your true path, into what you are meant to be doing in this lifetime, and you really are going to feel much more aligned with your life before the end of 23. You are in the last kind of balancing of energy acts before you are ready to receive your manifestations. And before the end of 2023, you're receiving clarity, you're receiving financial abundance and opportunities about particularly from a subject that you have not been really receiving from for the past years of your life. And finally, because you finally have this clarity about your life, you can rest. Okay, so King of Swords and Four of Swords here really give me a feeling of like, okay, finally things manifest and it clicks. There is an epiphany within you. You watch things happen in the physical realm and you're like, oh, okay, I was right. I did it. I pushed through this energy and it paid off. So basically, finally, pile number one, physical reality is reinforcing to you what you already are aware of on the inside. Again, with the Libra, the justice being here, like, right? A win-win outcome is forecast. Temperance being here. Another card of justice, right? There's a balancing of energies that is happening in the end of 2023. The major transformation that you did internally during this year is finally unlocking into your physical reality, and you're ready to receive your blessings. You have overcome the cycle of being trapped in illusion of fear. You are moving towards balance, and you moving towards balance and clearing out that darkness is precisely what allows room for your life to take a totally new direction. You're receiving a pay or resources or abundance for something that is really significant to you, something that you have been kind of putting a lot of effort in and knocking at all the closed doors for a long time. The area of your life that felt energetically blocked for the past years, this is giving me very heavy karmic energy with Pluto here, okay? You are finally, with air sunset here, you're finally able to set aside your wrongful convictions and beliefs about the subject, and you're finally able to get the clarity and perspective that you need. Basically, pile number one, by the end of 2023, I'm seeing you in a completely different place. You are feeling emotionally balanced, you are feeling rested, you are finally relaxed because there's no longer a feeling of battling and constantly trying to push against an energy and trying to figure something out. By the end of 2023, you are finding yourself surrounded by a lot of materializations of your abundance and success. You're finding yourself so much more balanced. You finally see yourself more clearly as a person of authority, as a person of who really intellectually can grasp the truth, the clarity of the situation. And you can finally rest because there's no longer that cycle of pushing and going up the hill. For you, pile number one, by the end of 2023, the cycle of suffering is ending and you're entering a cycle of living, of truly living for yourself and continuing your journey in a totally different way from now on forward. So yeah, this is very massive energies. Obviously, congratulations on an upgrade in your physical realm. But right away, I want to tell you that your biggest win and what you're going to feel the most proud of is finally ending the cycle of suffering and pain of dealing with that darkness. And you will never have to address it ever again in the same vicinity. You're once and for all done with this pain I'm getting kind of emotional, and you're ready to move into a life that is not about being the warrior, but about being the creator and the receiver of your manifestations. So yeah, pile number one, although there are a lot of phenomenal things that are happening for you in the physical reality, there's an ending and a beginning. You're definitely finding yourself in a new status, new position. By the end of the year, you're feeling so much more confident and powerful because you finally have clarity over a situation. It's like you finally won the battle and you're aware of it, and that's what's making you feel like you have clarity about the situation. Now you can finally relax and move forward. There's no longer fighting anymore within your energy field. So pile number one, it seems like your life within the material realm is about to start unlocking all of the blessings. But although these material blessings are wonderful, I want to tell you right away that your biggest achievement is this personal transformation that you went on to. I am telling you, you are an entirely different person from what you have started out this journey as. You are truly reconnecting with your soul root, with your authentic self, and you're truly stepping away from the cycle of suffering because of an energetic blockage to express that authentic self. And now you're kind of moving into your I don't care energy because you are ready to truly live. You're done surviving, you're done hustling, you're ready to live. So congratulations. I want to applaud your personal transformation. I mean, this is very, very heavy energy. I'm like feeling like choked up on my words as I'm talking. The energy is coming out really, really fast, which is telling me that the transformation is occurring super fast. So right now, pile number one, buckle up. Before the end of 2023, things are going to completely change in your favor. Well, thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me, subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi everybody. If you selected pile number 2 or the Pilgrim, this is going to be your reading about major changes to expect before the end of 2023. So the Pilgrim, perhaps there's travel. Definitely a spiritual pile, spiritual transformation feeling, but all of us are pretty spiritual if we watch this kind of stuff, right? Empty well, time to replenish. Time to replenish. We have your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. All right, pile number 2. Right now, it's likely you feel like you have made a commitment or a choice about something, and perhaps the energy is feeling a bit stagnant about getting the result of that action. So maybe you're second guessing yourself. We have Libra. So you're definitely receiving some sort of justice towards the end of the year. We have fire rising, and it has a phoenix just kind of rising from the ashes. And let's look at your runes. We have Ansus, which is the rune of language or artist, the rune of channeling information and wisdom through language, right? And we have Manas, perfection. Okay, so there's going to be a balancing again with Manas, because Manas symbolizes humanity's perfection, and when our consciousness and our subconscious are in the same place. So it very much gives a world card vibes with Manas here, where the internal is perfectly balanced to the external. All right, let's get your tarot cards, pile number 2. What major changes can pile number 2 expect before the end of 2023? What major changes can pile number 2 expect before the end of 2023? What major changes can pile number 2 expect before the end of 2023? What major changes can pile number 2 expect before the end of 2023? What major changes can pile number 2 expect? And what major changes can pile number 2 expect before the end of 2023? Okay. All right, let's reveal your tarot cards. So we have the Hermit. We have Magician. We have Seven of Earth, Stamina. We have Five of Air, Contention. We have Six of Earth, Giving. We have Time, number 10. We have Experience, number 11. We have Seven of Water, Illusion. And we have the World. Yay! Okay, very massive spiritual transformation. Again, let me just fix your cards and I'll be right back. All right, pile number 2. I'm honestly shook because pile number 1 was a pretty intense spiritual reading, and this is also very similar themes. I'm baffled by the kind of people that are watching my content, but let me walk you through the major shifts and transformations that are occurring for you in the end, or towards the end, or before the end of 2023, should I say. So right away, pile number 2, if this pile is truly for you, this row represents that. Let me walk you through it just to double check. So it seems to me that you have willingly decided to take a break from listening to the outside world and outside influences and decided to isolate yourself and your consciousness in one way or another to figure out some sort of a truth. So with Ansuz and Manaz being here, both are oftentimes associated with artists, with Pilgrim being here. This tells me that you have really kind of, in the past several months or a year or so, in the recent past, you have really decided to figure it out. Like, what am I doing wrong? What is the clarity about the situation? You're really looking within. You're going on a pilgrimage within to address why you're not feeling like your cup is full. You're really finally addressing the root of the issue with your commitment being tested here and stamina being in your first row of cards. The first row of cards here, pile number 2, represents what is occurring now in your life. So you are represented as someone who's gone into an isolation in one way or another to address the shadow. That period of the Hermit, you go into the cave and getting enlightened, is really activating your magician power here. So right now, pile number 2, congratulations, you are the magician in your life. You have all of the power to manifest exactly it is the outcome that you are envisioning, and you have the force to go for it as well. So the Magician and Seven of Earth together here really signify to me that you are finally aligning conscious and the subconscious. You're finally aligning your manifestation with your envisioning, your practices, and your actions. And you are really going for it. You're really going for a dream. This very much gives me an artist dream vibes because of Ansuz and Manaz being here, because of this energy of Libra and fire rising. It's like you have really disregarded a part of you that is true to who you truly are. There is an artistic, creative side to you. There is this childlike innocent to you that has been really disregarded for an extended period of time. And it's likely that in your hermit phase, in your isolation, you have decided, all right, I am doing this for myself. I care about art, or I care about this project, or I care about this. This is my values. I am going for it, and I'm not settling for anything less. And congratulations, pile number 2. It seems to me that if you have been struggling to manifest this particular thing for an extended period of time, you are finally getting it with time being here, because it's an equivalent of the Wheel of Fortune card, and it's the card of fate, right? It has nothing to do with your conscious action as per se. Basically, you are meeting fate, and finally you are perfectly energetically aligned with you to receive that dream of yours in the World card here. So before the end of 2023, there is some sort of a massive dream that is coming true for you, that is signifying a completion of a cycle of manifesting that or working for that, and you're moving into a new journey of the Fool, now being in that position of power. Now let's look into the bottom row for a second. The bottom row here represents spiritual reasons why these shifts are occurring in your physical realm. So they are basically representative of the internal transformation that is occurring within you, and then with a time lag, we're seeing that transformation reflected in the physical realm. And with experience being here, number 11, this is very spiritual, and 7 of water being illusion, and the World being the final card of why you're going through these changes. Basically, pile number 2, this particular part of your life has been in order for you to truly experience the material realm from the perspective of limitation, right? Experience an illusion here. So I think it's likely for your life purpose, when you're truly in your element, you are really channeling some truth with Ansus here to other people and allowing them to work through their fears with the truth that you're channeling. But the reason why the past cycle in your life might have been very, very heavy is because you were learning as a soul to differentiate the difference between your ego's perspective or your limitation, your fear, or your higher self, love, right? You were learning how to see through the illusion and how to walk away from it. And this experience, pile number 2, is, although very difficult, is the most valuable thing in your spiritual journey, because precisely because of you addressing the darkness, you going within, is the reason why you're finding that fulfillment. The World symbolizes you finally getting to the end of the cycle and releasing yourself, receiving that manifestation, right? Being in that manifested world, finally uniting with destiny, and with time being here, or the World being here, everything is in the cards for you, pile number 2, to receive all of the blessings that you're meant to receive, with 6 of Earth here signifying giving. So this is the change that is occurring in your life. Pile number 2, this is very much divinely orchestrated. I know that you're consciously doing something and going for something, but what we are really waiting for the external world to really reflect it, is the final shift in your consciousness. You're doing everything right. Continue doing what you're doing. Continue going for your dream and actively manifesting it, visualizing it, because you are on the precipice from moving from contention or limitation and struggle into a much easier time. 6 of Earth, right? 6 of Pentacles is usually a card of divine grace, opportunities, just things being given to us. So really allow yourself to calm yourself down emotionally, because right now you are asked to be in the receiving mode. You're going for it, yes, but energetically you need to really allow room for the universe to give you something so you can receive. So like, if you're the kind of person who feels guilty receiving, start telling yourself, whenever you receive something from someone randomly as a present, start feeling gratitude instead of guilt. Start addressing that, because you're really asked to embody your full ability to receive, because right now it is fated for you to finally meet the person that you were meant here to be. This is very much you're transforming from a limited ego perspective of who you are into your higher self, and you are just unleashing into your ideal world. Basically, you're finally transcending the limitation or the illusion, and you are moving forward. It seems to me that right now it's likely that, you know what this gives me? Okay, this might be for a few of you, but I'm just gonna say it. This very much gives me, you have a creative project that you're working on, but you are not seeing clearly how precisely can this creative project take off. It doesn't matter, pile number 2, you're just asked to really push for what you care about now, as well as try to emotionally regulate yourself so you can receive the abundance that is ready to be served to you now. With time being here, it tells me that likely in the past you've attempted to accomplish this achievement before, but it didn't work, and maybe that's why going through the cycle is particularly painful, because you're like, well, I've tried before, am I being delusional now? No, you're not. This is divine timing for you to receive your manifestation, to receive divine grace. You're ready to transition into the time of your life when you're the magician and the conqueror of your world. You are getting so empowered. Pile number 2, by the end of 2023, you really feel mature emotionally, spiritually. You really feel like you have clarity about the experiences that you went through. You really feel like you have found forgiveness for everything that you've gone through that has been rooted in suffering. You finally let it go, and you finally find yourself in a place in life where you truly belong in your dream world. So congratulations. I mean, honestly, in most of my readings recently, the theme is very similar, and I think this has to deal with us just waking up collectively. It seems like there's something going on collectively for us in the world that is really pushing us towards personal transformation, and that is happening for you, pile number 2. You're rising like the phoenix from the ashes. You are really ready to exit the hermit stage. So if you're an artist, let me tell you, you are ready to receive recognition for your work. You're ready to be identified as the magician, as the wizard, as the channel of wisdom into this world with the hermit card here. So really, by the end of 2023, your situation will be completely different. You will see how you committing just energetically is already giving you back. So pile number 2, what I'm seeing here is what you're receiving has less to do with you pushing for it actively and actively working on something, although that is part of it, but more to do with you finally shifting your perspective as you're working on that something. You embodying your truth, and it's finally fated for you to push through that door that might have been closed in the past. You are ready to step into a much easier time. I mean, it was divinely fated. If you were the kind of person who was a child and was very, very ambitious, always thought, despite it all, that you could manifest all your dreams, despite no matter what your parents told you, congratulations, you'll finally get confirmation for that. You'll finally look at your life in the end of 2023 and say, whoa, like you will really be able to say with perspective how far you've come. You will really look at all of your manifestations, and your heart will be bursting with gratitude. So congratulations on ending this heavy cycle. It seems like a lot of us are going through a similar thing of letting go of the shadow and moving into the light. Pile number 2. Alright, thank you so much for doing this reading with me. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me, please subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye! Hi everyone, if you selected pile number 3 or the Starborn, this is going to be your reading about major changes to expect before the end of 2023. Right away we got a synchronicity here, 3-3 Starborn. Definitely an energy of creative recognition, of stardom, obviously. Take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. Watchers, transpersonal. Saturn, wow, okay, with transpersonal and Saturn, right away it seems like you have ended some sort of a heavy karmic cycle, with Saturn being the spiritual teacher. And because you've ended that cycle with transpersonal here, you are finally moving beyond it and uniting with fate in your life. We have Air Day. It's safe to take flight, I heard. We have Wunyu, joy, pleasure. And finally, we have Yara, harvest, justice. Alright, pile number 3, let's get your tarot cards. What major changes can pile number 3 expect by the end of 2023? What major changes? What major changes can... Okay. What major changes can pile number 3 expect before the end of 2023? And finally, what major changes can pile number 3 expect before the end of 2023? Let's reveal your cards. We have Nine of Wands, the High Priestess, the Devil, Queen of Swords, the Tower, Four of Pentacles, and Knight of Wands, Ten of Wands, and Five of Pentacles. Let me just organize your cards and I'll be right back. Alright, I just want to get a clarification for this Four of Pentacles here. Can we get a clarification for this Four of Pentacles here? Can we get a clarification for Father of Pentacles? Alright, pile number 3. What do we have here? It seems like you are cracking open to creation, to revelation of the true you, and as a reflection of that, your material realm is also shifting. You are ready to crack open to your true nature as the star, as the light worker, as a very enlightened and high frequency spirit, and you are moving towards joy with Wunyu and towards harvest and justice. Finally, with Saturn being here, you are done with a very long cycle of building identities and breaking them down, and building identities and breaking them down, and you're finding yourself. So you have definitely learned a spiritual lesson here. Maybe you don't know about it just yet, but you are in the process of having the clarity on why precisely certain events have been occurring in your life. Take time to breathe out, right? You're moving towards joy, towards freedom, towards justice. Finally, now let's walk through your cards. I just want to show you what I'm seeing here. When we're looking at the first row, this row represents where you are now. So we have Nine of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Devil here. Nine of Wands really signifies here that you are battled and bruised. You are in the end of one heavy and difficult cycle, and you are moving into another cycle. But right now, pile number 3, it might be particularly difficult because on one hand, with the High Priestess here, your intuition is strongly guiding you somewhere. It's calling you towards something. It's inviting you towards a new life, and you recognize that as real. But on the other hand, there are still some fears with the Devil here, some illusions, some limiting beliefs that are trapping you. So it seems to me that it's almost like you're waiting for divine intervention type of moment. Maybe you're manifesting some sort of a massive transformation in your physical realm, but it seems to me that you are done with the cycle and you are waiting for the new life to be born. However, within your field, perhaps because you have been waiting for a while, or because you have trouble listening to the high priestess side of you, to the intuitive side of you, perhaps you are really the type of person who relies on their intellect a lot, and that is really trapping you in your illusion of fear in one way or another. Right now in your life, there's a dichotomy of energies. There's this very enlightened energy, but there's still this residue of fear. And this makes sense because you're cracking open. You're finally letting go of this lesson. You're learning it once and for all, and your manifestations are coming into fruition before the end of 2023. Pile number 3. By the end of 2023, this is what is destined to happen. It is represented by our second row here. So you are receiving some sort of news or communication with Queen of Swords here, and this news or communication offer or an opportunity, it allows you to really finally close out a cycle and move into a new cycle for yourself, a cycle of more abundance, a cycle of financial freedom, and a cycle of independence with Father of Pentacles here. Now, I am seeing that when this opportunity comes your way, you are going to struggle with the decision. I know it makes no sense because clearly this is a divinely orchestrated opportunity. This is precisely what you have been manifesting. This is your harvest moment. This is your justice moment. This is your opportunity to move into a dream life in one way or another. However, it seems to me that you are struggling to make this decision because there's still that residue of fear, and that's okay. But you are making this decision because I am looking at the third row here, and this signifies the internal transformation that is occurring, that is causing the external events. So basically the spiritual reasons and the subconscious reasons as to what is happening by the end of 2023. And we have Knight of Wands here, Ten of Wands here, and Five of Pentacles here. I am really getting this confusion energy. You're wrapping up with Ten of Wands a very, very heavy cycle where you felt trapped and just exhausted with your life in one way or another. Likely it has been something related to the way that you provide security for yourself with Five of Pentacles here. You are finally wrapping up the cycle of carrying it all, of hustling, of bustling, and you are moving into a different, entirely different, you're taking a different, it's like your destiny had a shift in it. Not your destiny precisely. You have orchestrated such a massive internal transformation that your external environment is really, really upgrading, because as I'm seeing it now, you were kind of walking one way and you thought that your abundance lies in a certain way, but your key to abundance is actually different, and it's with your inner child. It's actually with your excitement, with your curiosity within you. Pile number 3, it's likely that there is this calling or an understanding of what you should be doing intuitively, but you are resisting the call right now with the Devil here. However, likely a situation is going to unfold before the end of 2023 where you receive some sort of an active physical reality related manifestation of an offer of abundance, and you will be taking that offer and moving into this Father of Pentacles figure time soon. Congratulations, pile number 3. It seems like you have closed out a very heavy cycle with Saturn being here and you're cracking open. Pile number 3, if you have been praying for divine intervention for your situation to absolutely transform we have that transformation here with the Tower. There's definitely this divinely orchestrated energy going on here where you are meeting your destiny. It's like destiny is kind of helping you close out the cycle of the devil here. It's like you're receiving an opportunity, and that finally really puts you towards the high priestess. It allows you to really see what life would be like beyond fear. So really, pile number 3, allow yourself to move into a cycle of happiness and joy. Allow yourself to embrace the future of the harvest. It seems to me that you might be preoccupied with some energies internally, like you're carrying something, like you're still carrying a limitation of sorts here. But you are finally, by the end of 2023, you're wrapping up the cycle of this limiting beliefs in one way or another. You're overcoming the illusion that has been holding you hostage and choosing to really prioritize your creativity, your excitement. Knight of Wands is the fastest knight in the deck. It's someone who's confident, who is maybe a little bit too confident, and is just going after their goal, after their passion. There's definitely an internal burst to you, because we're seeing that you're going this way at first, and then the Knight of Wands actually called you towards your destiny here. So beautiful, beautiful energy, pile number 3. So your energy right now, pile number 3, is really encouraging you to listen in to your intuition, to really allow that internal wisdom to guide you away from these illusory limiting perceptions of the devil. There is this duality, a split of energy that is happening right now, and therefore advice of leaning into your intuition and walking away from this self-imprisonment here. Pile number 3, before the end of 2023, you're ending a very heavy cycle. You are receiving more and more opportunities, and you're finally ending the cycle of hustle, hustle, hustle for finances or for stability, and you are moving into life that allows you to follow your excitement. So that tells you that whatever the opportunity that you're receiving before the end of 2023 allows you to really, with Four of Pentacles here, it really allows you, fours are security, stability, right? It really allows you to root yourself for the future in the right place where you are meant to succeed as the King of Pentacles here. By the end of 2023, you've learned how to honor your joy, excitement. You have re-sparked yourself with that childlike enthusiasm for life, because you are finally done with carrying this heaviness of burdens and responsibilities on your shoulders. You're done with that cycle, and you're living a life that allows you to follow your joy, your pleasure, your excitement. You're finally receiving that justice, and it's likely that you are very, very heavily sensing this justice being served to you now. However, fear is also interfering with this intuitive feeling with the High Priestess and the Devil here. So pile number 3, your advice for your current situation. This is very, very heavily stressed in the energies here. Lean into your intuition, because you are truly ready to be done with the cycle of waiting for your turn to shine, for your turn to prosper, for your turn to succeed. You are done with that cycle. There is a massive spiritual energy available to you to use for transformation in order to move into the time of harvest here with Yara. But by the end of 2023, you will obviously already find yourself with this new opportunity that allows you to really finally take time to breathe out and finally feel a sense of belonging. Finally feel like you're in the right place. Everything is going according to the plan. You are getting this peace by the end of 2023. And this new opportunity, whatever this new life that you're stepping into, it really allows you to creatively embody your truth. It really allows you to be happy on that childlike level. It's like this opportunity is made for you. It is divinely orchestrated for you to receive because it is a stepping stone to your destiny, to who you're meant to embody in this lifetime, the luxurious and financially abundant success that you are looking for. So yeah, pile number 3, I think this is all that I'm seeing here. Thank you so much for being here for this reading. It seems like towards the end of 2023 you are really once and for all done with this Saturn cycle. Maybe you have gone through your Saturn return and you are ready to get this justice. So congrats. All right. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to support me, please subscribe to the channel. If you want to share your story, I would love to hear it down in the comment. And hopefully I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.